Hey, hey, I'm here. Sorry, sorry, sorry. All right, where's my new one at? I gotta find it. I gotta find it. Gotta find it. Where is it? Okay, I found it. Well, I'm glad y'all found me. Golly. Just all of a sudden, it was gone. Let's see. Copy new link. Bring up the chat. There you go, Zaza. I hope she found me. Mona's here. Elaine's here. Della's here. Nancy, Joe, Judy, Cheryl, June, Lori, Lynn, Denise. I said Elaine, I think. Giovanna, Linda, Mona. Okay, I see everybody but Zaza. No, my Wi-Fi dropped. Yeah. I'm here. I'm over at the computer. I'm looking for Zaza. There she is. I'll link it again. There you go. Somebody's chatting away on Discord. It's Mona's channel. General. Come on. I got a new life going. Did you see the link there, Zaza? Lynn, that is Elaine. 3 Patches of Time is Elaine. Hi, Candace. How are ya? Joydy got kicked out. Thought it was her fault. Oh, that's funny. I should turn you around here so you can actually see me. But see, I'm over here at the computer. I got kicked out. I thought it was my fault. Nope. Yes, Joydy, this is my new one. You should all know by now, if anything happens on the not quite right, it's my fault. My computer has a heck of a time with Wi-Fi for some reason. Zaza says she's going to blame Joydy. Can you not find the live link? There it is again. Third time. First time I put it in before you got here. It's just not alive if there isn't some hiccup. Well, that's true, but it's always on me. Out of the three of us that always go together, it's always me that loses it. Discord it's like YouTube, only you can see each other and talk to each other like Zoom, but it's not recorded. So you can go on there and only the people that are in the room can see you. Nobody out in John Q Public can see you. When it is an app that you download, and then Mona can send you an invite if you ask. You don't even have to download it unless you're on a phone. If you're on a phone, you have to download it. If you're on your computer, you just log in to the discord.com. You don't have to download anything. Oh, she took her dogs out. Okay. Discord is really nice. Discord is where Mona is going to start doing her Wednesday lives that she used to have on YouTube. She's moving them to Discord on Wednesday afternoons. And then Lisa is not doing her Thursdays on YouTube anymore. She's going to do them in Discord on her channel. Did it? Yes. See, I admit to it all the time. I guess I never tried it on my computer. I love it on the computer, Sherry, because on the computer it dings at me. Oh my, I got dropped and couldn't get back. Oh, that's because I had to start a whole new one. Yeah, like Mona says, Discord is like Facebook, but it's a private group. No ads, no trolls, no nothing like that. It's really nice. There was a bunch of us that went into Discord Wednesday and sewed together in the afternoon. There were 6 or 7 of us in there. And some of us sewed, some of us just chatted, some of them was doing, Judy was doing hand binding. There an ad. Drop. There an ad. Mona, drop the link. How do you get on it with the phone? Well, on the phone, I had to download. I had to go to the Google Play Store, and then I punched in Discord, and it comes up with the app, and you install it, and then you create your name in there, or you sign in. If you already have a name in Discord, you just sign into it. So I have it going on my phone all the time. Deb, you need to let me back in. Honey, you're not there. I am not seeing you. Let me give you the link again. Okay, there's the link again. Denise, click on link. It may show download. I'm coming in on Wednesday and Thursday next week too. There's Zaza. Did you hear her say it? Zaza joined. Somebody said they didn't have to download. Giovanna says she did not have to download, but I did because I wanted to. I had to download on my phone, but I didn't have to on the computer. On the computer, I just go to discord.com and I created my name and I signed in. Oops, I lost her again. Zaza's in the closet. I think she's out in cyberspace right now. Giovanna's on her phone all the time. Yeah, I downloaded it on my phone. See, if you go to my phone, it's under my apps, and there's Discord right there. I downloaded it on my phone.
Right, I'm back now, I think.
Okay. Now let me get out of Discord. And I go back to Zaza.
Yay!
Wow, Rita was lost in outer space. Ah, that's funny. Okay. Now I can get rid of my chat on here so I can see Zaza better. There we go.
Hi, Candace.
Yeah, she came in while you were gone. And I'm coming back over here. I'm getting some exercise today, getting up and down out of the chairs. Ooh, here I am.
And this time I've got sustenance now to go with my cup of tea.
Well, the nice thing is we're not going to be on here too much longer.
No.
Unless you want to stay on longer.
No, I'm quite happy.
I'm happy as long as everything works.
I have no clue how to work anything.
Woo! I'm getting half of these done. Joydy thought it was her fault that I lost everything. I said, oh no, it's always mine. When the three of us get together, it's always my channel that screws up.
It's usually your computer goes to sleep. It needs its nap time.
I guess. Joydy wants to know, what is the famous snack foods of Scotland?
Probably it's traditionally Scottish, because snacks are kind of universal now. You know, they talk about a global village, and it's true. Most of the things are the same. You know, we have all the sort of candy bars that you'd call them. We just say chocolate, the Snickers, the Mars bars, Twix, all those kind of things. Traditional Scottish sweets, tablet, which is a bit like fudge, but it's not. It's made with sugar and condensed milk and a little bit of butter. And it's when you make it, you have to boil it, and it's like molten lava if you get it on your skin. But it's really sort of creamy and crumbling, and that's a treat because you can feel your teeth melt when you eat it because of the sugar content.
Mona says that she will help anyone with their lives. So if you start having a live and you need help with it, get a hold of Mona.
Well, Mona might be busy when I start going live.
Can you turn off sleeping on computer? My computer, I don't have it set up to go to sleep. Giovanna says I need a new computer. Yeah, I know. When I decide to go live, I will contact you, Mona.
But unfortunately, I can't sew with a computer, so I'd rather not. Yes, Rita, I do eat haggis.
Oh, look at there.
Haggis is tasty. And shortbread, yeah, scones. That's the big thing, because people say it's a scone. It's not. In Scotland, it's a scone. Like gone.
Mona has helped me a lot.
But it's funny because there's a scat. Mona helps everybody. Mona's great for that. Even in Discord, she's showing people, she's got the little thing about how to set up a Discord.
Yeah, she's got the link for it. Yeah.
And I've started watching Tuber. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Tuber chat. They're good for all the info.
Oh yeah, Tuber chat. Kevin, he's great too.
But the only thing, his lives are on just a bit, not the right time for me.
Well, he's been switching up his times. He's been switching his times and his days. Like last week it was Tuesday, and I think this next week it's going to be Wednesday. I think last week was Tuesday and Thursday.
Most people in YouTube and things, it's a bit like the people sewing community. Most people will help you. You know, they're not like, oh no, that's a secret. I'm not going to help you. You might get more subscribers or something. Most people are happy to help.
I haven't found that with the quilting world. The quilting world has their own set of people, let me tell you.
Well, there's the sort of quilt police horrible people, but then when you find your right quilt people, it's quite a wonderful thing.
I love my quilty people.
But it can take a while to find them.
Oh yeah, it took me a long time. At first, I could only find Jenny. And Jenny never really answered any questions that you had.
Oh. Donna Jordan was very good. I found Jenny and then I found Donna. And Donna taught me loads. She taught me the difference between pressing and ironing and all those kind of things. But they weren't really interactive. They didn't really chat with their...
No, they didn't chat back and forth with the...
No.
With the live. But I started out learning from Jenny. And then I found Donna. And I learned a lot from Donna.
Yeah, Donna taught me an awful lot. Jenny was funny because Jenny was always like, oh, you don't need to square up your blocks and it doesn't matter about your seams. And that was how I started to quilt. And
that's how I did too.
Were like, and my quilts were always wonky. And then I started watching Fat Quarter Shop and she was like, square up everything, trim it, it makes a huge difference. And it does.
Yeah. Because when I first started with Jenny, I didn't square up nothing either.
No.
And that was when I
started.
I didn't know where my quarter inch was either then.
Well, that was my first big mistake, was I thought all sewing machines came with a 1/4 inch foot. And I couldn't understand why all my blocks were smaller than they were meant to be. And then I finally realised that my 1/4 inch foot wasn't a 1/4 inch foot, and I wasn't sewing a 1/4 inch. My seams were consistent, but they were not a 1/4 inch. And once I discovered how to be a 1/4 inch, that made a big difference.
Well, this
Again,
is my
Donna Jordan.
This is my 3rd 1/4 inch foot. I have my original one that came with the machine, and then I bought one with the guide on the side of it.
That helps a lot.
And then I bought this one because, well, I was still having a problem with the 1/4 inch, even with the guide on it. So then I tried those magnetic things that sit over here on the side that you push your. Well, that didn't work for me either. And then I finally found this 1/4 inch, and this one is working for me.
My new machine actually has a 1/4 inch seam on it, and if you use the foot, it tells you to. The edge of the foot lines up with the needle at exactly a 1/4 inch.
That's the way this foot does.
More machines don't do that.
Yeah.
So I'm just basting these teeny tiny little 1/2 inch hexagons for making flowers. But Karen Brown was the same. When she first started, she would chat back, and now she's too big. She doesn't answer your questions. And even if you go on her live, she doesn't really answer your questions.
Oh, Karen Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that she's got big.
Yeah. She only answers your questions if you email them to her, and then she answers them
you're a channel member
on a certain live.
Yeah, but also if you're a channel member, she'll answer.
Yeah.
But when I first started watching Karen Brown, she didn't even have 1,000 subscribers.
No.
And her channel membership is expensive.
I am only channel members with certain ones.
I prefer to be a channel member.
They're
on
the
a smaller
ones
channel, but feel that I'm helping them more.
Yeah.
The bigger channels get all their ad revenue and they get more things, whereas the smaller channels, I feel that being a member helps them more.
Yeah. I used to watch Becca faithfully too. And I would ask questions on there and I would not get any answers. And
sometimes she will say herself, she just doesn't see them because the chat moves too fast.
Well, I would get ignored all the time, so I quit going.
Oh, that's not good.
Now, Ian, he catches everybody.
Sometimes with Ian, he's missed me a few times, but he'll tell you, put it in block capitals, tag him. Because he'll say that if I miss you, ask again. It's the same with Tiffany. Scott often says, if we miss your question, ask it again.
Yeah.
Because it's not deliberate. And that's what Ian says, just ask again.
And then there's me, and I forget to look at chat. Hey, but I tell you flat out, I'm not looking at chat.
Well, it's hard. It's hard to sew and speak and read at the same time. My brain is getting too old for all that nonsense.
Yeah, see, Sherry, just email Mona or catch her on Discord and ask her questions. She'll answer you. Lynn needs a new computer. Hers came over on the Mayflower. Mona is very Mona's very techie because she will push the different buttons to find out what they do.
Yes.
I'm afraid to touch the buttons because I'm afraid something will happen that I don't want it to.
I'm just not very techie. I'm a troglodyte. I ask my son now. He's techie. I'm like, how do you do this? And he just kind of eyes, but he does help me.
Mona says that Kevin at Tuber Chat is great for the small channels too. Yes, he helps a lot.
Yeah.
And he has showed up on our lives too.
He does show up when you're live.
Denise S. is in the house.
Hi, Nancy.
Deb, did you say that you, Mona, and Lisa are giving up doing lives on YouTube? No, I did not say that. I said that Mona stopped doing her Wednesday afternoon lives on YouTube, and she's switching over to Discord for Wednesday only. Lisa was doing Thursday afternoons on YouTube, and she's switching to her channel on Discord for Thursday afternoons. But the rest of it is all staying the same. You still got me on Friday, the Not Quite Right crew on Saturday, Lisa with me on Sunday mornings, except for this Sunday morning. Lisa won't be there. But as long as I'm up, I'll take over and I'll chit chat with you for a little bit. But then Mona is going to start Sunday mornings at 11 Eastern time on Discord. Not Discord, on YouTube with Lisa and I. But that's not until next week. Not tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Next week.
Giovanna, not everybody can afford to. You can. I mean, I only do a couple of channel memberships, but you show up every week.
Yeah.
And you comment and you like, and that helps. That helps a huge amount. And sometimes that's what people need more. That's what I need when I'm going to go live. I need people to show up and be in the chat and help me. I don't need their money. I need their time.
Yeah. Judy says she learned from Tiffany and Becca. Nancy, you were on Discord. You will be able to chat in 10 minutes. Denise, I knew what you meant. Think of Discord like Zoom, but you can chat or so 24/7. No one has to let you in.
It's a bit like Facebook Messenger, but better.
It's better, yeah, because you don't have to have the person that set it up to be there to let you in.
No, and you can have the live shows and things. You can do your sew-alongs, and
yeah,
you can just go into the room.
You got your own key to the door.
Yeah.
Can anyone find you on Discord? Well, Mona she'll drop her link, and then you just click on that. Her link is on the Facebook page too.
Her link's in the chat. She posted it.
Mona says that memberships help. That's why she has a 99-cent level. Judy watches Ian too. Judy prefers the smaller channels. Yeah.
Judy, I'm hoping to be going live in the next week or so.
Yeah. Ian always answers when you ask him a question. I never say anything bad about any channel publicly. I've never had a
No, you have
problem
to
with
be
the
very
channel.
careful.
I've never had a problem with the channel.
Oh, it was funny last week. Sean had blocked Donnell by mistake. She was in the chat, nobody could see her. So she messaged Mike and he said Donnell can't get in, and Sean's like, I wouldn't block her. Why would I block her? And then he went into the background stuff and he was like, oh yeah, I did block her. He didn't know why. He'd obviously hit the wrong button. And Donnell was sitting there wondering what she'd done that she'd been blocked.
Mona says, Giovanna, don't worry about that. You support in chat. Your support in chat means a lot.
It does.
But she loves to help out a bit. Mona on Monday? Yes, Mona is still on Mondays. 1 o'clock Eastern time. Can I be on with you tomorrow, Deb? Oh, early morning? Sure. I haven't scheduled it or nothing yet, so. I didn't know for sure that
Judy,
Lisa wasn't going to be there. No, Sunday morning 7 with Lisa and Deb. Lisa's not going to be there, so it's going to be my channel. Yeah, Mondays is staying the same. Yeah, Mona, I can't afford a bunch of different channels either, so that's why I had to give up some of my channel memberships.
I only do a couple.
Judy Zaza hasn't figured out a day or time yet.
Yeah, no, Judy, I'll put it in the Discord chat when I'm going to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to try and maybe do it one more to Liana.
Rita says, Zaza, I just went live and went from there. People show up.
Well, that's what I'm hoping, Rita. That's what I'm hoping. The problem I've got as well is the time difference.
June says that she tried to get into Discord and it wouldn't verify her. Well, sometimes it asks for your birthday.
If you try again.
Just try it again, June.
But try again. Sometimes it can be a bit funny the first time. A few people, one of my other sewing groups, we've got a Discord. A few people there had issues the first time they went on. And then when they went back in, it was fine.
Yeah. See, we even had Terry in the room with us Wednesday. Deb, we can't see your face. Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, I can see half of Deb.
Well, I moved it. Once Zaza decides on a day and time, she'll put it in Discord and we'll get her all fixed up. I like chats where I know most of the people's names. It's very important to support each other. Hey, Shalom, how are you?
Hi, Shalom. But I've found most of the people on the chat tonight are good. They support everybody. They chat away. They show up, which is important.
You're just a nut, Giovanna. She said, cute face, Deb. Judy says she has Discord on her phone and tablet. She really enjoys it.
Mona, when I go live, I'll be going live from my iPod. iPad then.
Hi, Dawn at Witchcraft. I
Hi,
saw
Dawn.
my name. Oh, Miss Lisa with the E is here.
Hi, Lisa. Yeah, Giovanna and our clocks changed tonight, so everything goes back to normal for us with all the time differences. It's been a nightmare because all the shows are an hour out that we normally watch. The first week I missed everything. I was late for every live. Your clocks changed and ours
I
didn't.
always tell everybody you're not late. There's always replay too.
Yeah, but you missed the chat. That's what I mean by
Yeah,
late.
you
You
missed
missed
the
what's
chat
going on.
on that then.
The person that's doing the live might not mind, but I like to get in there and watch and get all the chat.
Oh, Shalom really likes your beautiful soft Scots accent. Shalom, this is Zaza.
Thank you.
Her channel is the Inappropriate Quilter. She hasn't done her first live yet. We're still
Soon.
getting her used to it and getting her subs and
I'm also trying to get organized with things that projects I can do while I do a live.
Oh yeah. Is that Pat Spielmaker? I think her name's Pat. Giovanna says she keeps missing Leanna's lives. Leanna hasn't been around for 2 days now. She's been really sick again. Shalom says, lovely to see you, Zaza.
Thank you. Hi, Pamela.
Okay, Annette, you take it easy and take care of your arm.
Bye, Annette.
Mona just posted Zaza's channel again, so if you need to get over there to get sub for her.
Thank you, Mona.
Mona says her stepdad came from Scotland when he was 11.
Where about, Mona? Do you know?
Yeah, she left early Thursday because she wasn't feeling good, and then she wasn't there yesterday or today.
No, because I missed it on
I was trying to
Thursday.
give Deb a compliment. It's amazing how fast you seem to have become so comfortable with your lives. Yeah, I'm surprised too, because when I was in English classes at school and we had to get up in front of the class and read our report, I couldn't do it. Could not do it.
Your first live on your own wasn't that long ago. You would be on Mona's live and you would be on Lisa's live, but your first live you did on a Saturday night wasn't actually very long ago.
Yeah, I've only been doing my lives for a short amount of time.
Yeah. And now you're a seasoned pro.
Mona says her mom knows, but she can't remember. June downloaded it on her phone. When she first started coming on with Mona, she wouldn't say a word. No, I didn't. I didn't talk. I would giggle every once in a while, but I didn't talk.
Well, that's how you got the nickname. Well, I know you already had it, but that's why everybody called you Giggles, because you just giggled, you didn't speak.
Yeah. Because Mona would just be chattering along, and all of a sudden you'd hear this giggle coming out from behind her. and it was me, and yet I still would not say nothing. Well, I got to be doing something right because I can figure out how to get out of one live and start another one now. When it first started
you're much quicker at that.
when it first started happening to me, I couldn't even figure out how to get out of it to start another one. Do you remember the one live that I had four different lives? I had 4 different lives going on that one.
I'm back again. I can hear you back again.
I got you. Yeah, there was one of the first not quite rights that I had to lead. I ended up starting it 4 times. I had people jumping all over the place trying to find me on YouTube.
That wasn't that long ago. Your computer kept going to sleep or something.
Well, that's what Mona kept saying, but my machine does not sleep. I don't have it set up to where it goes to sleep. Mona says I need to move my computer closer. Well, my computer is over there because it's on my desk. And I have my sewing table next to my desk, but not close enough to the monitor. Because I have a cutting mat between my sewing table and the computer. My 18 by 24 sits on there. Giovanna said that was funny. Yes, we were all being scattered through different lives.
Was that not the night that Mona had the run?
Well, it was my live, and poor Lisa, after the 4th time, Lisa says, "Do you want me to start one?" And see, now that I had all that problems at the beginning, normally I shut down my computer an hour before I go live, and then I bring it back up again, and it just revives it.
So it's all rebooted.
And then I don't have a problem, but I didn't do it today. See, shame on me for not rebooting the thing. Judy laughed so hard on that live. I went out of the frying pan and fell into the fire. Yep. But I kept going, didn't I? Lisa had to end up starting it up.
Yep. You didn't give up.
I did it 3 times, and then Lisa finally did it, and then we were able to stay on. Yeah, we kept losing Mona. Mona was not feeling much that night. No. It was, to think about it now, it was funny. At the time, I didn't think it was funny. At the time, I didn't think so.
See, Deb, your machine's nice and quiet. I think my machine would be too loud if I sew in my sewing machine.
Yeah, mine doesn't make much noise. Of course, I sew really slow anyway, because I can't sew a straight line fast. If I sew fast, it's all the way up.
Oh no! If I go too slow, it's all wavy and wonky.
Oh no, mine's straight when I go slow. It's when I go fast, I'm like a worm.
We'll see how loud this is.
Yours is quiet like mine.
Is that okay? It's not too loud.
Yeah. Jody wants to know, do you watch any Scottish quilting channels?
Well, she's not really Scottish, but she is. The scrap fabric love. I think she might be
Oh
Canadian,
yeah.
American, but she
I'm
lives
subscribed
over
to
here.
her.
She actually stays not far from me, and the colorblind quilter, he also stays not far from me. He's quite good, but he doesn't post very often.
William?
I think he's had stuff. No.
No, not William with Jess. There's another William that's somewhere in Europe.
And he's quite good, but he's not been on very much in the past year. I think he's had stuff going on. And he quite often does things with Scrap Fabric Love. A pair of them do stuff together. They quite often
Hi, Mona.
Things. They both did the Christmas quilt thing this year.
Oh, okay. Because there's another William, and he has an accent, and I watch him when he has a video going.
But there's not really very many Scottish quilters that.
Oh yeah, Adam Sews.
Yeah, I like Adam Sews. He's good.
Is he Scottish?
No, he's from down south, way down south in England.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, but I thought, well, maybe I was getting it wrong.
No, he's not Scottish.
There's another lady across the pond there.
Well, there's the last Homely House with Kate.
Yeah, I watch her too.
She's in the north of England, and there's Stitch with Rachel as well.
And then I watch Thread Your Bobbin, Thread Your Bobbin, and that's Jane. I watched her this morning.
And there's Debbie Shore. She's good. She does quite a lot of lives. And she'll answer your questions and help you and things.
Oh, yeah. Jean True Love. Yep. See, there's a lot of them. And we all watch the same people. We just watch them at different times.
No, Jean Truelove is American or Canadian. She's not from over here. She's on your side of the water.
She's up in Canada, though, right?
Yeah.
Shalom loves the last homely house. See, the hair is touching my eyebrow and it's driving me nuts.
Oh, I can't. I had a fringe, and because I've got glasses, a fringe with glasses is a nightmare because it goes under your glasses. So it goes in here.
Oh, yeah.
So that was hopeless. And I would have to go in between haircuts to get my fringe cut until I learned to cut my fringe myself. And then I got fed up with it.
I just can't stand it on my eyebrows.
No, I don't like it I don't like hair on my face.
Lynn was funny. She says, "You look really cute in the bangs." And I said, "Oh, they're driving me nuts. They're touching my eyebrows." I said, "They were clear down to here." And I cut them up to there. She says, "Oh my goodness, Deb, just cut 1/4 of an inch at a time."
No, I don't like any. I don't like, when you have people have their hair layered and it sort of feathers onto their face. I've got enough hair on my face. I don't need extra from the hair on my head.
I wore my hair.
I'm going to end up being one of these old ladies that's bald with a beard.
I wore my bangs like this when I first met my husband. I had long hair, but I had bangs, and he says the other day when he saw me with my bangs down. He says, I haven't seen you with bangs in years. I said, no, it's been probably 23 years.
Well, I had long hair when I first met my husband too. And when I started growing it again, he was like, oh, your hair's long. That's what it used to be like when we first met. And I was like, yeah, this isn't going to stay like this. Don't get excited. Because all I do is tie it back. I get fed up with it. It irritates me. And the hairdresser, when I was there yesterday, said, oh, I like your hair long. I said, I don't care what you like. It's not your hair. Cut it.
Yeah. I used to care if it bothered him or not if I cut my hair. Because, like I said, I had long hair when him and I met. And slowly I kept cutting it a little bit shorter each time I went and got it cut. And then when I had the foot reconstruction done, I cut it all off.
Well, that's the thing. Because I've got these subluxated ribs, holding, and I'm right-handed and it's my right side, holding the hairdryer is hard.
Yeah. And I get tired of wearing a headband.
Yeah, and I can't let my hair dry naturally. It's too bloody cold here. And even if it wasn't cold, my hair goes all frizzy. It's too fine. I let it dry naturally. I look like some wild thing.
Yeah, when I met my husband, my hair was clear down to my butt. And then just slowly, I kept taking like 2 inches off at a time. Zaza, did you ever see Queen Elizabeth in person?
Yes, I did. She used to go every year to the Braemar Highland Games.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And she was literally like 3 feet. She didn't speak to me, but she was literally like 3 feet away from me. So yes, I have seen her in person.
I always thought she was the sweetest person.
Well, I suppose it's like any family, they had their issues. But I felt
I'm not a huge fan of Charles and Camilla.
Well, I felt sorry for him because he's loved her his whole adult life. And if he'd been allowed to marry her in the first place, none of that would have happened.
Yeah.
And that was his granny. Wouldn't let. Camilla wasn't fancy enough. Camilla wasn't a virgin. And all these things. His granny had an awful lot to answer for. And he's the only woman he's really loved. And you think if they'd just let him marry her in the first place, none of that would have happened. But Diana was going to back out of marrying Charles, and her mother talked her into it because they want her family with the prestige. That, imagine doing that to your 19-year-old daughter.
I almost started sewing where my pen was. That wouldn't have been any good. The Queen should have given up the throne to him years ago, Joydy says.
Well, she should have, but when she did her coronation, when she was crowned Queen, she said she would do it as long as she was alive. And her attitude was, I made that promise, I gave my word. But I mean, she wouldn't give up control. I mean, poor Charles has spent his whole life waiting for a job that he got in his 70s. And I mean, the week his mother died, he was in his 70s. He didn't even get 24 hours to mourn the loss of his mother before he had the busiest working week of his life.
Yeah.
You know, everybody else gets time off their work when their mother dies, but he had to get to work. Spent his whole life in training for a job that he wouldn't get until his mother died. I mean, that's awful when you think about it. But it's funny because it shows you how that their lives are completely different from ours. Because when Will and Kate got their apartments renovated at Kensington Palace, and Kate said something about the kitchen, and the Queen was like, "Why do you want a kitchen? You won't be cooking." You know, because they have staff to do that.
She
and Kate
likes
was like,
doing
"Well, I might
that
want."
stuff.
Kate was like, "Well, I might want to," because she said, the Queen was like, "Well, why? Why would you want to? Because you just ring a bell and somebody brings you whatever you want." I think Charles is more switched on with, he's done a lot of good charity work, helping kids and young people and things. And I think he's more switched on about people's issues than his mother was. You know, all the spare food that's grown on Buckingham Palace, the kitchen gardens and things, is all donated to food banks and soup kitchens and things. And during COVID, he opened up his own private house. There was a thing that they did here, places, and it was, a cuppa and a chat after COVID, for people that were isolated, and he opened up his own private house for that. Highgrove. And you didn't know that until people applied for it and then found out that that's where they were going. Locals, they didn't know it was going to be there. I'm not really a royalist, but I wouldn't want to be one. I mean, the Queen was still working in her 90s.
Well, we have been here for 2 hours now, and I think that we should get off.
I agree.
All right. So, let's see. Tomorrow morning, as long as I'm up, I'll have a live at 7 Eastern time. And then Lisa was talking
for you then.
Lisa was talking about doing the 11 a.m. Eastern time.
Uh-huh.
I said, "Are you sure?"
7 Eastern time. Is that 6 o'clock for you? Because you're central.
No, it's not. It's 6 o'clock for me.
That's what I mean. It's 6 o'clock for you, and then because it's tomorrow morning. That'll be 12 o'clock for me when you go live.
Yeah.
So it's lunchtime.
When I go on Sundays in place of Lisa, I don't say Sundays at 7 with Deb. I put Sundays with Deb. I don't say no time. I get so goofed up on all the times, let me tell you.
Well, we don't have time zones here. We only have one time. I'm trying to keep track of it all. Giovanna's the same. Italy only has one time zone. And Giovanna's only an hour different.
1 hour for me. No, we got on at 3 o'clock my time, and it's 5 o'clock now.
Yeah, because it's 10 o'clock here.
4 o'clock. It would have been 4 o'clock Eastern time, and now it's 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, Nancy, I had to restart the live. Hey, at least I noticed it this time. When I went black, I noticed it. So I quick ran over there and jumped off and restarted.
Bye, June. It's nice of you to join us.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. This is going to be a short farewell tour. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Twice. Woo, twice tomorrow morning. Y'all are going to get tired of me. But see, now starting next week, you'll see me on Fridays and then Saturday with the Not Quite Right and Sundays. Just 3 times.
And then, because then it'll be Discord.
Then it'll be on Discord. See, I go in and sew in Discord a lot by myself. I go into the sewing room and I turn on the camera, and if anybody happens to come in, I'm there.
You're usually in Discord when I'm having a nap.
But it's really nice on Discord because you don't have to have somebody to open the rooms for you. They're already all unlocked. Oh, yeah, she missed the first half, Nancy. All right. We'll see everybody later. Bye. Oh, I got to go over to the computer again. Oh, hi, Sass. Sassy's in here. Sassy never comes in. Come here, Sass.